Eyebrows can really make or break the face. I've been a professional makeup artist for about 14 years now. I specialize in bridal. Brows have been my thing for as long as I can remember. I'm also a professional microblading artist, so I do permanent brows also for a living. I'm also a licensed esthetician, so I've spent a lot of time waxing brows also. I guess you could say I kind of have an eye for eyebrows. Everyone is so different and there are so many different types of brows, the way that they grow. Some of us are stuck with the very sparse brows that don't even grow back from when we used to mess with them back in the 90s. I get it, I've been there. Let me show you how to create a natural brow that should fit for everybody. Because at the end of the day, we're following our natural brow hair, our natural brow pattern, and the way that our brow grows. We don't want to add anything crazy. We don't want to give ourselves some elaborate, crazy brow. We just want to keep it natural and soft for what works best for you. The main part of having a nice, clean brow is prepping the brow and making sure that it's nice and fresh and clean for the makeup. There's so many times where I'll have a client sit in my chair and it's very, fuzzy down here, just not clean and groomed. And I will literally pull out a fresh one and just clean it up for them. First and foremost, you're gonna start with an eyebrow shaper. You can pretty much get these almost everywhere, Target, Ulta. If you don't feel comfortable with it, then of course there's always the methods of getting waxed, getting threaded, tweezing your brow hairs, whatever works best for you, do what's best for you. Of course, I've had a lot of experience with these, so I do say be very careful while using these. Take it slow, be careful. Always start by brushing your brow hairs upwards. You do want to hold the skin tight as you do this. So you're going to just gently pull the skin nice and taut. I hate that word. You're gonna pull the skin tight. We are gonna zoom in for this. You are going to gently do little tiny baby motions. You don't wanna put a lot of pressure on the skin. You don't have to do the top, but I'm pretty hairy, so I like to. Then go in and brush them up again. We've already got our nice full brow over here. As an artist, I highly recommend finding a good brow pencil to start with. There are so many different options for brow products. I highly recommend a pencil. My all-time favorite pencil is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I love this because one, it has a spoolie on one side and the other side is your product. The product is very, very tiny, making it very easy to get in there and create little hair-like strokes so it looks as natural as possible. I'm using the shade Ash Brown. This one works perfectly for me. Quick little makeup artist tip, I always say to grab a shade that is lighter than your natural hair color. Obviously my natural brow hair color is pretty dark, but I don't wanna go in with the darkest shade they have. So I went with an Ash Brown and this is just the one that works best for me. Now you are gonna go in and start shaping your brow. I like to start right about here and slowly and gently flick the pencil upward and in the direction of my hair growth. So I'm kind of going flicks this way instead of, in or up. And we're going to just follow our natural hair growth pattern. We're using nice little hair stroke motions. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my skin. Then I'll kind of start to flick it up in the middle and then slowly pull it inward like so. As I get closer to the front, I want to keep my hand very, very light-handed, but I'm just gonna keep doing small hair-like strokes. This gets a little tricky right here, but again, we're kind of following the hair growth. So this starts here and kind of grows downward. We don't want to draw a line, a harsh line going all the way across the bottom. You want to just keep it very soft and create those hair-like strokes. Kind of brush it up to brush the product through. Anytime you're measuring your brow, you always want to put something right here against the side of your nose, straight up towards the tear duct. And that is where your brow should start. And then on this side where you want your brow to end, you always take your pencil and you start right here at the tip of your nose to the side of your eye and straight up. And that is where your brow should end. And that works for everybody's face. Right here, straight to the side of your eye, straight to the end. You can see just with this shape, this one comes a little bit more straight across and this one kind of dips upward. I want to kind of fill in that gap right there to match this one. We're just, again, gonna do little hair strokes going across and connecting it to the edge. See that? I'm gonna go in and add a little more right here, just to kind of build up my arch. Perfect. Now we wanna go in with our brow gel. There are so many amazing ones on the market, so it's hard to choose. I did just get the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze and I'm loving it. I have my little spoolie. This one I believe is e.l.f. Yeah, this is the Brow Lift Applicator. And I'm just gonna dip it in and push the brow hairs up and kind of back, up and back again towards the hair growth. I kind of like to swipe it forward just to really coat all those hairs. And then again, push them back into place. This is gonna kind of give it that laminated effect. So far, I'm loving this product and it really looks like it's going to keep my brows in place. It still looks crazy, but that's okay. The last part of this whole process is sculpting out the brow with some concealer. So it looks crazy. We say trust the process because it really comes together after this part. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I'm using the shade Oatmeal, and I like to just put a little bit on my hand right there. And you're going to use any flat brush, and you're just going to take a little bit of product. You are going to start shaping, and you can do this slowly. You're just gonna start carving out your brow. I always like to kind of pull the concealer down. I am loving this concealer. It is so creamy. Okay, we went a little crazy there. But you guys, practice makes perfect with literally anything. So don't get down on yourself if that happens. This is fixable. We're just gonna brush it upwards and we're just gonna kind of go back in and carve that back out with our product. I like to kind of run my finger across it just to kind of blend out that concealer down here. It kind of gets your eyelid ready as a base for your eyeshadow. You can go in on the top and clean that up if you want, but you don't have to. I like to go in and just shape it and clean it up. And then we're gonna go in and blend that up and out. And then of course, let me pull it. And then of course you can kind of pull yourself back and assess. You want to remember that they are sisters, not twins. They do not have to be identical. They do not have to be identical. Most of the time, everyone's muscle and brow structure and bones are all different. So it's really hard to get them perfectly identical anyways. And there you have it. What do you guys think? Was that helpful? Is there anything you want me to touch on or go more in depth with? Let me know below. I'm here to share all of my tips and help you figure out a way to maneuver makeup that works best for you. I know makeup can feel so intimidating sometimes, but it's really not. All you need is a little bestie to help you out. That's why I'm here. Let me know what you guys think and let me know if you guys have any questions at all.